We've got NBA basketball in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber. Greg Anthony with us, and from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the Houston Rockets, it was a loss to the Lakers. Bangs home the trifecta. A couple of great big men in the middle tonight, Greg. Center matchups are far from traditional these days, but this should be fun to watch.
Especially, Kevin, once you get into the small ball lineups. I mean, we've seen guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the five.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is where Capella excels. Close to the rim, uses his size well to dunk it.
Here's Porter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. And it's Ball penetrating. Capella inside. Just 3 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Stephen Silas had a few minutes before the game. He told me it's always a challenge when you face a team this opportunistic. He said those guys are going to look to take advantage of any weakness. We have to really communicate defensively tonight. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, thanks. We appreciate the report. They're in a tough spot to try to figure out how to slow down those shooters, GA.
Yeah, it's going to take a great defensive effort from all 5 guys. Should be fascinating to watch.
Yeah, and you really want to set the tone early. You can't allow them to come in and get a rhythm and ride that wave of momentum.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. He had to bring much faster help than that.
And the call will be against LaMelo Ball.
First team.
That's his first foul. Outside Porter. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Green. Over Thompson. Shots good by Green.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's Ball. And Ball slams it in.
But check out the hops of Ball. I mean, exploding off the floor for the big slam.
Here's Porter. Here's Williams. Outside for George. The 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Left side, Ball to the middle. Pass to Capella. The Rockets pull it in. Well, the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the 2nd player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
All the attention that Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
Here's Porter. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
So both teams changing it up here. Hornets trail by 5. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Washington. Here's Covington. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Green leading the charge. There's the triple. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Nice awareness from George. He just reads the D and makes a clever pass to an open teammate.
In the corner, Drummond with it. With the drive. And Drummond throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Outside, Jones. A three-pointer off the mark. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Wright. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
From deep, Green. Can't hit that one. Hornets trail by 4. Now, Poole. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Well, you have to do better than that if you want to keep Drummond from getting to the bucket. He is just relentless whenever he gets the ball in the favorable spot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Rockets ahead. They lead by 1. And
Who's coming out of the court? Get loud.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle sticks for Houston?
They're doing great work on the boards in the early going, especially at the offensive end. Those second chance points are starting to add up.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Hampton. Pass to Achua. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
And so it's Capella with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Back to Thompson. Screen by Capella. For the 3. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And at the arc, Thompson's totally at ease. And the defense has to make it harder for him.
Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. You know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. It makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance a year.
From the high post. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Yeah, and the basketball IQ is already so impressive. I love seeing ball get crafty on a pick and roll sense.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being the all-NBA player I was and won't settle for anything less. Guys, that will be a great comfort to his team.
Indeed, and who's going to doubt him? I love his attitude. Undaunted. David, thank you. It's stolen by Capella. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Capella. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Charlotte.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Chris, we see all these teams make all these moves to bring in big-time talent, but how important is chemistry between those players once they are sharing the same locker room?
Well, it's funny because chemistry doesn't show up on the stat sheet nor in analytics, but it's so essential. I mean, as a player, you need friends out there in the court, guys that hold you accountable, support you, and some that you enjoy the journey with.
They are the Clark City Gangsters.
Hornets leading by 6. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Back to ball. And Jones sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And the dunk by Capella. Here's Duarte. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated. She is right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Out to the right wing. Here's Christopher. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. The shot no good by Duarte. Now, here's ball. 7 points in the game. And they recover it. 6 to shoot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Bulls got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets. Here's Duarte. Sinks the triple. Duarte's got his second bucket of the night.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Duarte. Here's Pokusevski. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. That one's not going to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Down low. Here's Jones. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's 11 points for LaMelo Ball.
Richardson.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball, he can get almost anything he wants in.
And so we wrap. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Charlotte leading by 7. And here is Poole. No points in the game yet for him. Inside. Here's Drummond. A beautiful reverse layup. Drummond's got the first field goal of the second half for Charlotte.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Oh, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Over in the corner, Green. And stolen by Wright. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Pass to Wright. And there's the drive. Porter with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And George with the stuff.
And hustle paid off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Washington
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Pastornaji fires from deep. Traps in the tray. Naji's got 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Capella. Williams with the block. Here's Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Porzingis.
Wow, that is a strong move there to go in for the dunk.
Pockets have made 2 of the previous 3 free throws in today's game.
One of the worst in the league a season ago, just 72%. And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Porter. And finished off by Porter.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Here's Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Paul George with the steal. Green with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. And it's Green missing. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Outside for George. Back to Porter.
2 minutes.
Some nice passing there by Houston. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Thompson in the corner to the wing right side. Clock at 6. From deep. He can't hit that time. So Houston will take it the other way. Outside, George. Pastornaji. Outside for George. Outside, Porter. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now just a 2-point Charlotte lead.
Timeout, Charlotte.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see it fans.
And so it's Capella who brings up the ball for the Charlotte Hornets.
LaMelo Ball.
To the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
And every year, Capella seems to up his scoring. Looking hungry. He wants to shoulder more of the offensive load.
Stolen by Thompson. Left side, Ball. There's a screen by Washington. Another shot. Picked his pocket. Stolen by Thompson. Down low. And then Washington with the dunk.
Serious verticality from Washington. Soars up to the rim and throws it down.
Here's Green, and Thompson sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Hornets leading by 6. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lob pass to Capella. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
Washington.
Oh, dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. And here's Green outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points.
Get loud for your Quad City Dancers.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. It's trailed by 5. They set the screen. Driving inside. And the dunk by Hampton.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Drummond the screen. Inside. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Assisted by
Drummond is an expert at running the pick and roll. The way he dives to the hoop after the screen is virtually impossible for the defense to stop.
Going inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Right wing. Bounce pass Washington. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Alert play on the part of Washington. He's a much stronger player when he shows the type of awareness and unselfishness.
Pass to Pakusevsky. Here's Christopher. And here is Hampton. Stolen by Ball. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way.
Washington.
Vision is special for this kid. Ball toys with the defense and creates open opportunities for his team.
Here's the drive. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good from Achua.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Bobbed up there for Thompson. And it's Drummond with the jam.
This is a big man doing some big work tonight. There's nothing they can do to slow Drummond down right now.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Nice shot by Thompson.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Achua. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's 9 points for Precious Achua. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. To the middle. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Achua.
Playing him tough inside, air preventing the layup. Now to get the whole team pumped up.
Stolen by Ball. Fast break now for Charlotte. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game. They've got the skills to prove it.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Ball with it. Pass to Thompson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hampton. Here's Christopher. Here he goes. The shot. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Ball's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets.
But it's just the intuition of Ball. He just knows what to do and move. And right there, he puts it on the floor and makes a play.
So both teams making some changes here. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Astenaji. Shot from 12. And stolen by Drummond. Charlotte moving it around. Ball with it. Jones covering. And Drummond throws it down.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Charlotte.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Drummond.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. To the inside, and Drummond throws it down.
Assist goes
and they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
Here's Jones, and it's sent back by Drummond.
An intimidating big man with physical tools that are hard to come by. Drummond loves to send shots away.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's George missing.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
Now Ball. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
The end of the game.
This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a